Alright, and welcome back, guys. We got a little bit of a different style of video here today. As you can see, we're using the Kimbo M1911s. I'll have a full class setup at the end of the video if you're curious about what I'm running on this. In this video, we're actually going to be talking about something that I find pretty disappointing about Cold War, and something that I just feel like they kind of missed out on that would have been a great addition to this game. Now, keep in mind when I say that, I'm not trying to sit here and make a video hating on this game, complaining about it, because every time I feel like I make a video criticizing this game, people are like, oh, you're just a COD hater, you hate Cold War, you hate the new zombies. I really enjoy this game. If you watch my channel, you know I play a lot of this game. I actually heavily enjoy this, but I just want to criticize one thing that I think was a missed opportunity that I would like to see come back in some way, shape, or form. Now, as I go ahead and proceed to pack-a-punch these M1911s, I feel like 90% of you probably already know what this video is about, and it's probably something that a lot of people in the community have had the same mindset about. But when you pack-a-punch the M1911s in this game, they're no longer the explosive M1911s they used to be in prior CODs. They turn into the pain and suffering, and they shoot normal bullets. Now, the reason this is kind of off-putting to me is older COD games, a lot of the weapons when you pack-a-punch them had unique abilities and stuff like that. And when this game launched, there wasn't any. They've slowly started to add more and more. Obviously, with the ballistic knife, they brought back the ability to revive people, which I thought was huge, and I think that's a big step in the right direction. But when it comes to the M1911, making them the bullet version, pain and suffering, and not the explosion version, the Mustang and Sally that we've all come to love, to me, that's just a small detail that ends up making a fairly big difference in the long run. And the point of this video isn't just to talk about the M1911 not being explosive, it's just a bunch of other weapons had these little tiny features that changed about them when you pack-a-punched. Like the M16 became full auto, other weapons, you know, got grenade launchers, underbarrel shotguns, tons of cool stuff like that. I mean, the crossbow would shoot monkey bombs, all these cool unique features, and when you first started playing this game, you had no idea what you were going to get when you pack-a-punch a weapon. But for the most part, whenever they add a brand new weapon into Cold War Zombies, I can kind of already tell exactly what it's going to do when you pack-a-punch it. It's going to give it more damage, it's going to give it more ammo, and it might shoot a little bit faster, but that's really it. There's no personality for each individual weapon. And without these special traits or abilities, all the weapons start to blend together and feel the same after a little bit. I'm not going to lie. All the ARs, SMGs, TAC rifles, even pistols, and I'd even say LMGs, kind of feel the same. Yeah, some are better than others in terms of DPS, like the M16's better than the other TAC rifles, and there are ones that are better and worse, but they all play the same. They don't really play any differently. It's just, they're all the same, and at that point, it only really makes sense to use the one that does the most DPS, and the one that's, you know, best at just going for high rounds. There's no special abilities of them all, and they really just kind of overshadow each other. And this isn't just a gripe for Cold War. They started doing this quite a few Call of Duties ago. Black Ops 4, really a lot of the weapons felt the same when you pack-a-punched them. I know the Welling was still explosive, you know, when you pack-a-punch that, but besides that, without adding the operator mods, all the weapons felt the same. But at least in that game, you had operator mods. So if you wanted to change how a weapon worked up and change the quirks of it, you could do that with a modification, although it wasn't a pack-a-punch, but it was still a way to kind of make the weapons stand out from each other. But there's no operator mods in this game. All the weapons are going to be the same, non-packed and packed. And they also kind of stopped doing this in Black Ops 3 as well. The only weapon I can think that really changed when pack-a-punching in Black Ops 3 was the MR6 that became, you know, explosive pistols once again. They weren't amazing in that game, but I'm not necessarily asking for an OP weapon. I'm not asking like, oh, I want the OP Mustang and Sally's back. Like, I thought it was fine in Black Ops 3. The MR6s weren't that great, but they had personality. If you pack-a-punched them, you got the akimbo explosive pistols regardless of how good they were, and that just added, you know, a little something special to the game. The fact that it's like, oh, I want to go through and pack-a-punch all these weapons, kind of explore, do all this stuff, and I just think it's been missing in the last 2 or 3 Treyarch zombie games. And with that, I'm not asking Treyarch to, you know, go back into this game and update all the pack-a-punch versions of the weapons, making them unique. Obviously, that's unrealistic. I just kind of hope for future zombie games that we kind of go back to, you know, the Black Ops 1, World at War, Black Ops 2 style of things, where they tried to innovate and add like these little abilities, even if they weren't that useful to weapons when you pack-a-punched them, just to give them more personality. And maybe potentially for future DLC weapons in this game. I know the ballistic knife revives people, which is a huge step in the right direction, boys. But yeah, with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping this up. One thing I do have to say is these M1911s are actually pretty fun to use. They're pretty powerful. And I wonder how these rank compared to the other pistols in this game. It's unfortunate they don't explode, but they're still pretty fun to use, just like all the other akimbo pistols. But I'm enjoying these. We might have to take these to a high round, test out what exactly these bad boys can do. I've had a few people tell me that these are actually really good. I think that the Modis, or potentially even the Magnums, might still be a little bit better. Let's see how good it does against a Megaton on round 20. Okay, well, can't really tell because I'm hitting all the zombies around him. Hold on. Stay still, zombies. Chill, 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 chill. Yeah, when I'm actually hitting them, it kind of shreds. Yeah, definitely. Oh, definitely shreds if, you know, you can hit your shots. Unfortunately, they're akimbo, so we got to be a little bit closer to hit our shots, and with all the zombies around, we're missing a little bit. There we go. Come on. Come on. Just going straight for him. Going straight for him. We got him. That's it. GG. And as for my M1911 class setup, I was actually using the Wingman variant. I like this over the Midnight just because the little reds and the golds that you get, and it shows up really well when using Mastery camos. But that being said, we had the Flash Guard for the muzzle. For the barrel, I was running the Task Force barrel. The body, I had the Ember sighting point on. For the magazine, we had the very bottom one, and then we had the dual wield attachment. At some point, I do hope they allow us to put, you know, all attachments on pistols. I know having an optic would be kind of not needed with the akimbo, but still, I would like to be able to put a field tape on as well, where you can, you know, put on, what, like 6 or 7 attachments on SMGs and ARs. But yeah, maybe we'll see them in the future. Maybe not. Let me know how you guys felt about this video. How do you feel about there not being explosive pistols and other sort of unique attributes to weapons when you pack-a-punch them in Cold War? Do you not mind that they're gone? Do you feel like, you know, it added a little bit of value to the game that you don't have anymore? Definitely would like to know what you guys think about that. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and end this one here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. We've got the man, the myth, the legend, Cryptic, the absolute boss, Shadow King, the madman Buckley himself, the man whose name should be really easy to pronounce, Yamasta, the man who needs no introduction, Hunter. Next, we have my friend DX with the most stable PS5 ever. And then we've got Chef, aka Classified, aka Chief. All of these people have taken a step above and beyond and became an Unlock++ member on YouTube. Thank you guys so much, true homies.